It's not even a real... Yeah, I've heard it's not even a real story. What's the point of this whole movie? It's so boring. I mean, it kind of is capitalist propaganda because it's very much trying to, like, instill the idea of, like, oh, yeah, you can just, you know, people give you a chance as, like, a low-level worker and you can just, like, be the most important person ever if you're the hardest worker ever. Just sell your soul to the corporation and then... He's such a good worker. He's such a good worker. It's funny is, like, in this year, he's being much more fairly compensated for his work than current day standards for minimum wage. He's just always out to just be the best help for the corporation. This is to make you excited about Cheetos. It's to make you so excited about Cheetos.
People always try to throw away the brown ones.
Whoa. If you just show initiative, then your higher ups will help you and not exploit you. They'll help teach you like Mr. Miyagi.
Because Claire can be embarrassed about. But being Mexican, nah, mijo, that ain't one of them.
You're embarrassed?
It's funny that they're wrapping up this corporate propaganda as like a positive, like race, like ooh, it's good for Mexican people. We're standing up. Don't be ashamed of your being Mexican. Also, be a slave to the corporation. You'll get inspired. They love you. They treat you like family. They won't just exploit you and take advantage of you and discard you anytime they feel is convenient for them. Dude, I've worked for so many corporations. I survived so many fucking mass firings. Breast guy. So disgusting. Watching like half of the people that I was like there and worked with and friends with just like disappear every mass firing. It happened like 3 times while I was there, and it was like working there for like over 2 years. One of the reasons I survived is because I was a part-timer working full-time hours. By the time that I left there, I had manager keys, was not a manager. I was responsible for half the fucking store, a huge store, by the way. Several different departments I was responsible for, and like training other people and like looking after other people as a manager without officially being called a manager, as I was being paid as a part-timer, working full-time hours, but without the benefits, without the dental and etc. As a full-timer. I had manager keys. I was walking around the store on like unlocking the back and shit. People went up to me for like keys and shit. I know exactly what it's like to work for like a soulless corporation, and even like trying to like work your way up. And the fact that like they expect you to give your 2 weeks notice and they just like fire people without warning. Like mass firings for no reason. And what they did, it was so fucking sneaky. So what they did is every time they did one of these mass firings, they would have like a fucking pep talk, like group, like, oh, Sunday coffee thing, like show up before the store opens. And they would always have this sort of like absolute bullshit, like pretend as if the sky isn't falling and as if the company isn't slowly going underground because retail is dying, and also physical media and you blah, 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 with breast guy. Now they sell like appliances and shit. They would always do this like fucking absolute just lying through their teeth, the managers of the store. Just like, oh no, these things aren't, you know, like we're just restructuring, and like there's blah, 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 trying to make it seem like there's like, oh yeah, stay with the company. It's not totally dying. And we're not going to do another mass firing again like this. No, we're no. And they never did a firing. They never did a mass firing, so to speak. What they would do is they would transfer you to another store that's so inconveniently out of your way that you'd have to quit so they wouldn't have to pay you severance. And these are people that had like, the people that I saw being fired that I was like friends with and like worked with, these were people that were full-timers that had dedicated like their entire fucking lives to like doing exactly what the fuck this guy is doing literally exactly what this guy is doing, just being like, oh, I'm just so happy to work for the corporation and all this shit and all the lies you tell yourself about the fucking product placement plans and all the fucking corporate lingo and jingles and all the fucking all these fucking training videos and seminars and all the like every fucking pep talk at the beginning of the day just drilled into these people's minds because this is what they have and they didn't get a proper education, or like maybe they're like through some unfortunate circumstances they're working a retail job and they're just trying to work their way up and they're just trying to get by being paid shit, working terrible fucking hours, work a closing shift and then an opening shift the next day. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a absolute flying fuck about you being able to get like a good night's sleep transiting home after the buses are like, barely functional and they're only like, oh, this is only coming once per hour now. So you already have to wait like 45 minutes after close to get back onto a bus and then go into your like nighttime routine. Even if you get home, make some fucking food and then go to bed. Even if you do that within 45 fucking minutes, you're not getting an 8-hour sleep before you have to go transit back to the fucking store again. They didn't give a shit. They didn't give a flying fuck. And the people making the schedules had like a very particular in-group of like, oh, just like 3 or 4 people that they would make like, oh yeah, you're able to work like consistent 9 to 5 hours Monday through Friday, but everybody else is like, oh, we don't care. We don't give a fuck. And they would do this entire lying bullshit, pretending like the company's not going under. And yeah, like literally nice, hardworking people that like never fucking called in sick once. They'd be like, oh, we're transferring you to another store. We're transferring you to another store. And it would be so inconvenient and out of their way that they would have to quit instead of being fired so that
breast guy
wouldn't have to give them severance packages, so that they wouldn't have to actually pay them for being fired. Isn't that fucked? Isn't that absolutely fucked? I hate corporate propaganda like this. They don't understand how they understand how the real world works, and they're trying to show a fucking facade. Eva Longoria is a fucking piece of shit for directing this. Holy fuck. What an absolute Susan. Absolutely disgusting. This is bullshit.
In my head.
This is immoral.
My brain
We used all natural ingredients for our Cheetos.
Our ingredients came from the ground.
Yeah. 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 All natural flaming hot Cheetos. Fuck off. This is so... I can't believe how cancer this is. The origins of the flaming hot Cheeto. So pure.
Let's buy a commercial. I know it's not a lot, but...
Making your fucking, like, slave wage workers buy a commercial to get the product off the ground? He's got to pay out of pocket. He's got to pay out of pocket to buy... This is such bullshit. Of course this story's fake. What the fuck? People believe this was real? I never thought that I would see a movie this blatantly propagandic, if that's a word, and unethical, and just brazen, and just... Alright, now I'm going to listen to the actual song that's nominated. Is this the song? No. No, this is not the song. This is the What? What the fuck? Scam the movie. Scam. Absolute scam. I am pissed. What's an easy 1 out of 10? Easy, easy, easy. That was ass. That sucked. That sucked so much. They said icky, icky, ew, ew. Flamin' Hot has a nomination. It's a film
from Eva Longoria.
From Eva Longoria. It's an origin story of the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And it's not even true. And I watched it, and the entire thing is literally just bootlicking corporate propaganda of like, yo, I'm Mexican, I'm coming from the streets, and if I just work hard enough, then they're going to let me design the flavor of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And that's the movie. And Joe Biden made a tweet about how he liked the movie. Not sure what Joe Biden doesn't release the top 10 films every year from him, unless I'm mistaken.
I would love to see Joe Biden.
But he definitely talked about how great this movie was, and I feel like it's because it's literally it's an unethical movie. It's maybe the most unethical movie of the year, in the sense that it provides a false sense of the American dream, and is literally just propaganda telling people like, oh yeah, just be the best employee for your corporate overlords. And that's a success story, which is just entirely unrealistic as a person that's worked many, many, many corporate jobs and, corporately owned jobs and customer service jobs and minimum wage and fucking manual labor jobs. Not true. I have experience. Like fucking 14 different jobs before I settled on YouTube.
Oh, apparently Joe Biden hosted a screening at the White House
for the Cheetos movie.
That would be funny if it's true. That would be really
no
funny.
way. No way he hosted a screening at the White House for the Cheetos movie. I have been told that Joe Biden, in fact, did a screening for the Flamin' Hot Cheetos film. Biden's and Eva Longoria screened Flamin' Hot movie about the origins of that. First of all, fictional movie pretending to be an origin story. Second, literally just unethical corporate overlord propaganda bootlicking bullshit. Like, I don't say that about a lot of things. Like, I mean it when I say it. That is an unethical film. Holy shit. What is this? Joe Biden. This is insane. That's so funny. Biden told the crowd, when I think about tonight's movie, I think about courage. So many of you, your ancestors left behind all they knew to start a new life in the United States. So like the main character is Mexican. And so this is obviously a very clear, very egregious political play of like, oh yeah, just, be a good worker. Be a good worker. I support you. That's crazy. Inspired her because she has been told no during her career, that ideas don't come from people like her, which is true. Which is true if you're a corporate overlord, which is true if you're the CEO. In the film, he like strategically calls up the CEO. He like sneaks and he's like, oh, I'm just going to call him. I'm going to call the CEO and use the phone I'm not supposed to. And the CEO is like fucking Tony Shalhoub. And he's like, oh, it sounds like you have some very interesting ideas about spiciness. Sounds like you have a very interesting idea, but I would like to compete in the spicy category of
It's
Cheetos.
just kind of funny how Eva Longoria is like, I can really relate to that being said no to part. And
oh yeah,
like, are you
I've been
kidding
told
me?
no
like,
at some point.
There was a time when somebody said no to you.
Yeah. That she can't do certain jobs because she is a woman.
Yeah.
She said she and her team worked hard to produce this authentic. I can't even finish that sentence without fucking laughing out loud. Authentic film steeped in inclusion. Steeped like a tea. Very authentic. First Lady Jill Biden said Montañez helped change the way companies think about Latino customers, adding, this film isn't just about Richard. It's about everyone who has been overlooked and underestimated. Yes. Slay Queen Biden. But the Los Angeles Times has published allegation that Montañez fabricated his role in the snack's creation, and Frito-Lay says he was not involved. A White House official defended the decision to screen the film, saying it's not a documentary and was shown to give Americans from different backgrounds a chance to see themselves reflected in film and celebrated by the president, as was done with other movie screenings this year. The official spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss internal White House deliberations. This is a thank you for linking this. This is a really good article. In the film, actor Jesse Garcia stars as Montañez, one-time Frito-Lay floor sweeper in Southern California who persuaded his bosses to make a snack that celebrates the flavors of Mexico. The Bidens and Longoria stressed that what they said was the movie's broader message of inclusion. Richard Montañez disrupted the food industry in the 90s by channeling his Mexican-American heritage to help turn Flamin' Hot Cheetos into a multi-billion-dollar brand today and a cultural phenomenon, Longoria said. We are telling a story that celebrates the American entrepreneurial dream without sidestepping the fact that the dream isn't available in the same way for everyone. As a Nepo baby, I'm trying to promote that message. Biden said it was the first White House screening of a film focused on Hispanic characters. The first White House screening of a film focused on Hispanic characters was the Flamin' Hot Cheetos movie. We broke new ground. This is one for the record books. Oh my God, this is incredible. This is really good. Biden! The film marked Longoria's debut as a film director. Yeah, that was clear. The former Desperate Housewives actor is also very active. Democrat. Sorry. The former Desperate Housewives actor is also very active Democratic politics. Is that a sentence?
No, but
is this just
it's
AI?
comforting to know, yeah.
Do journalists exist anymore? Sorry. The former Desperate Housewives actor is also very active Democratic politics. You forgot the word in. You forgot the word in, and this article has been out for half a year? Over half a year? It's February 2024. This is June 15th, 2023. No corrections. No feedback. All right, cool. Is very active Democratic politics. She spoke at the party's past 3 national political conventions and has helped raise money for Biden, former President Barack Obama, and other Democratic candidates. Biden, as a Democrat, announced in April he is running for re-election in 2024. And Hispanic Americans are a core part of the Democratic Party base, which is why we made the film about Cheetos. Hundreds of people, including cast members, Latino community leaders, members of Congress, state legislators, and others gathered on the lawn on blankets, wooden benches, or folding chairs while munching on tortilla chips and salsa or Flamin' Hot Cheetos and sipping cool drinks. That is such a run-on sentence. It's so crazy. Like, did you pass English class? Where are the commas? A mariachi band on the Blue Room balcony warmed up the crowd. Biden has screened other films this year, each time eschewing the small 42-seat White House movie theater for the much larger East Room or the sprawling lawn. For Black History Month in February, the president hosted a screening of Till, a drama about the blah, 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 Emmett Till, blah, blah, blah. Biden marked Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Flamin' Hot was released. Okay. That's crazy. That's a fucking fascinating article. Thank you so much. There's a video. Sorry. All right. But no, this is only 39,000 views. It's on the official White House. Why isn't this funny? Like, people should be memeing this harder. The movie is so bad. It's nominated for Best Original Song and nothing else. It just doesn't deserve to be at the Oscars, and they nominated it for something for some reason. This is literally about the propaganda. Okay. Flamin' Hot is a psyop. That's my position now. Flamin' Hot is not a real movie. Eva Longoria is fucking paid by the government. That's my conspiracy theory. Yes. Oh, I love his.
Richard helped change the way.
You can almost see the puppeteers.
Helped establish that this community and the economic power it holds deserve to be taken seriously.
You can almost see the strings.
Isn't just
I
about
have no strings on me now.
to
I want Biden to talk about Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Excuse me.
To
Biden.
Richard Montañez. I've been told no. I've been told ideas don't come from people like you. You're a woman, maybe you shouldn't do that job. And Richard dared to ask, but why not me? Why can't I be great?
This is a fake story disputed by Frito-Lay.
So, so as
You're at the White House.
Well, he did ask that question, and then either way, like he.
Why
did,
am I being
he made a
told no,
movie
my
about
story is
himself.
not real?
Yeah.
And he insisted it's real, and that's what I'm here to tell you today, is never take no for an answer. Even if you're a man who is Mexican, but I'm appropriating this as a woman.
Or
He has
Cheetos just
disrupted the food
did
industry
steal
in
the
the
idea, and
90s
it's just like, we
by
can go
channeling
with
his
it.
Mexican-American heritage to help turn flaming hot Cheetos into
Sorry, she says flaming hot Cheetos, and there's a pause for applause, and Biden goes like this. That's such a clippable moment.
turn flaming hot Cheetos
Yeah,
into
flaming hot Cheetos. Oh
a
my God, the White House
multi-billion-dollar
endorsing
Flaming
hot Cheetos.
color brand
That's just the
today
ad
and
for
a
Flaming
cultural
Hot Cheetos
phenomenon.
now.
Just play that.
We are
It's
telling
just
a
Joe
story that
Biden with a little
celebrates
fist pump.
The American entrepreneurial dream.
Hell yeah.
Without fantasy movie, his life with
Biden forever. He's my kind of guy.
Bryce Gonzalez. American stories.
Biden, speak.
Waiting.
Speak about the Cheetos.
Thank you for
Thank
that
you.
introduction.
What do you think
and
about Chester Cheetah?
Congratulations on your.
Sorry. he's already losing it. Congratulations. All right, we're turning it up. All right, first sentence.
My
Let's see.
name's Joe Biden. I'm Jill Biden's husband.
As you're
Thank
famous
you
for.
that introduction and congratulations on your. I accept your debut as a director, adding another accomplishment to an already incredible career.
I accept your
Known each other
debut
a
as a
long time.
director.
She was 17, I was 40. That's it. But thank you, and the entire cast.
What a funny country that I'm trying to get residency for.
And everyone involved for making this film. It reminds us of the power, and I mean it sincerely, the power of diversity, hope, and opportunity, which is the American story. American story.
It's literally propaganda. It's literally it's a fake story that seems designed to get people to like bootlick and just be like I'm the best worker there is. I'm going to shine every shoe and suck up to my boss, and then eventually and like even I think it's fucking honestly kind of fucking racist directing that message at Mexican Americans. Honestly. Being like, oh yeah, the American dream. You're probably here from Mexico, right? You probably want to work. If you work hard enough at the lowest level, it's not like your bosses think that you're expendable. It's not. That's not the case, right? It's not like they could just replace you with another worker, right? Oh yeah, you're totally valued to the company, and maybe you'll be, maybe you'll be like one of the greatest ideas, and they'll take you seriously. It's literally fucking propaganda. It's literally just like, and this is like actually fucking racist. The fact that this is like a part of the White House thing right now, this is nuts.
I see in all of you, members of Congress that are here, members of my cabinet that are here, my fellow Americans all across the country. As
Damn,
Jill
he can't
said,
even make a
it's
sentence.
important to show the country all our stories, all our stories. That's why we're honored to host you. The first ever public screening of a film focused on the Hispanic community in the White House, the People's House, your house.
That's embarrassing. For the Cheetos movie, which is literally just, hey, if you're Mexican, go work for one of our many corporations here in the United States. and just be the best worker you can. And it's literally like a training video for like, it's like corporate fascism as a training video. And the White House is endorsing this. Like, this is the first Hispanic American movie we've premiered at the White House. Holy fuck. This is insane. This is nuts. I don't think people don't even understand what's happening.
The film. Let me add this. When I think about tonight's movie, I think about courage. So many of you, your ancestors, left behind all that they knew to start a new life in the United States.
We're gonna have Donald Trump again. I don't know. I don't know. I think that Weekend at Bernie's beats Trump. Honestly, so we'll see. We'll see.
A nation.
I don't think Trump can lose ground anymore.
That's more than just
what can he do to lose ground?
We're unique in all of history, America. America is not based on ethnicity or religion or we're founded on an idea. For real. That makes it an idea. We hold truths to be self-evident.
Where am I?
All men and women are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. No, we've never fully lived up to it. We've never lived up to it. We've never abandoned it. And we keep trying to make it better. You know, since our founding, the very idea of America has nurtured, enriched, and advanced by the contributions and sacrifice and dreams of immigrants and all their descendants. Like so many of you, like my family.
Do you think he regrets trying to be the guy?
We look and see American families.
At this point, he seems tired. But now he's gotta. Nobody else can.
Most of us came because we weren't welcome where we were.
He's got to be the guy.
Again,
We had to fight like hell to be recognized. To fight like hell to be recognized. That's
We
why
still
I
doing
say
blowout?
this is
I mean, I would like to. We're gonna do the for your consideration, and then blowout. We're like
Time when
2/3 through. We have a bit of a detour. This is important. Don't
I
worry.
want you to know.
It's not that long.
Jill and I, we see you. We value you. We are indirectly a part of you.
We're on
because of our
Pacific time. We got all the
heritage as
time in the world.
Different ethnicities. But when we came, we were not welcome. You know.
He repeated
I'll never
himself?
stop
Yeah.
fighting for you, I promise you.
Not
It's
surprised.
fighting for you. By the way, I love when people say, well, why do we spend so much? You realize that 26 out of every 100 students in grades kindergarten through 12 speak Spanish? No, think about it.
Think about
What
it.
in the heck are we talking about here? Today's important for another reason. It marks the 11th anniversary of DACA.
Very expressive.
Deferred action for childhood
You
arrival.
gotta be. You gotta be. I love.
accomplishments
ASL.
of the
A lot
of
Obama
energy.
Biden administration.
They're the best.
So in
This has
contrast with Joe
transformed the lives
Biden.
of
Hell
hundreds
yeah.
of thousands of
They are the
dreamers
MVPs
who
every
brought here
time.
as children who only know America as their home, who make invaluable contributions to our nation. You're damn right you are. I said in my State of the Union that we have to provide a pathway to citizenship for dreamers.
Wow,
those on
he's.
temporary status, farm workers, essential workers. I'm gonna
This is a bad
continue to
look.
Call on Congress to pass this bill that does
You should
just that.
you should not put him in front of a
Look.
microphone again. You should just AI.
It's important
Honestly.
because there are those who've made clear that they don't see you, don't want you in America's future. They demonize the community, undermine the security of this community. You know.
This is reminder. This is about the Flamin' Hot Cheetos movie.
We have to speak out.
just to bring people back to that. This is about the Flamin' Hot
Silence
Cheetos.
is complicity. And we will not be silent. Period. I mean it. Let me close with this.
Flaming hot
Last
right
summer,
now.
I was the Medal of Freedom on distinguished Americans, including Juliet Garcia, the first Latina to serve as a college president in American history. And here's what she said. She said, my job was always to thrust open doors of opportunity. My job was always to thrust open doors of opportunity. That's my job as well. Thrust open doors of opportunity. And tonight's film
Yes.
is a reminder of that essential truth.
Yes!
Opportunity.
I'm so glad I watched this before seeing that
and the
too.
American dream.
I'm so glad I watched the movie because this is such bullshit. Oh yeah, the film is about thrusting open doors of opportunity. Oh, you're a propagandist.
His job is to make sure
said it
that
before.
old white men have the
Nights
White
like
House
this
for
are
at
reminders
least
of
4 more
power.
years.
His and apparently to make sure that Mexicans are taking the most low-level jobs they can find, and then being just like, "Oh, thank you Thank you, corporate.
By the
Thank
way,
you.
I
I will do everything.
If you work really hard,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
might
yeah.
you might be able to invent a Cheetos flavor and not get
Oh
credit
yeah,
for
you'll.
it.
Oh yeah. A real verified success story. Thank you, Eva Longoria.
Treat everybody with dignity and respect. And the
Eva,
value
the
they
fascist,
deserve.
apparently now.
Tell the stories of our nation. Tell the stories.
The stories of our
Ladies
nation.
and gentlemen, here from the White House, Jill and I are.
Damn, this is fucking
Flaming
so
hot.
funny. Flaming
God bless
hot.
you, and may God protect our troops.
And may God protect our troops.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
gotta-
Enjoy the film.
gotta put
enjoy
God in
your
there.
house.
Enjoy the
grounds.
film. Yeah,
thank
hell
you,
yeah.
Thank you.
Damn, and still a better option than Trump. Still better option than Trump. That's the funniest part. All right, taking one tiny pee break. BRB. All right, back to for your consideration campaign. I realized once I was downstairs while we were getting a drink, like I pretty explicitly called the Cheetos movie out as being propaganda. And then now today find out it was screened at the White House. Like, it's kind of a funny coincidence. Oh, this movie feels like propaganda. Oh, screened at the White House. Very interesting.
Hey everybody, Olivia here. Thanks again for watching. It's February 2024, so let's go over the Patreon credits. My $5 and up patrons are Speak of the Joker, Silver Wind, Toby White, Scott S., Joan of Fart, Skanat On, Happy the Knife, Coolest Shirt, George Salazar, www.openclassactions.com, Emil, Blank, Judum the Kinslayer, T-King, Saliv88, Electrica is an ordinary bad gamer, Yup, Caden Mac, the Super One Player, Zachary Kane, Gillyflower, Purple Fire, Gabriel Herrera, and Lemonade Warrior is participating in the hit game Among Us and is considered the encroacher. Let me just say, you guys are all awesome. I was caught off guard by how many people left kind comments after last month's credits. It makes me happy to see people being so accepting. You guys are all so, way too sweet. I'll admit I was a bit nervous at first about adding this avatar to videos, but it looks like I've mostly gotten positive feedback. Also, the post-credits talk in last month's video have given me a bit of an idea. Sometimes when Adam reacts to things, they're not long enough for mid-rolls and don't make as much revenue. So I think from now on I'll do a bit of a Q&A segment after the credits. Just leave a question in the comments below and I'll pick a couple to answer in next month's credits. They'll be easier to find if my name is in the text somewhere. Also, if you have any fan art, you can send it to my email right here, and I'll feature it in the end credits, as long as it's safe for work and relevant to YMS highlights. Take care, everyone, and thank you all for your support.